Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the 76ers tonight. I'm having my queso moment, man. I'm having my queso moment. If you guys haven't checked that YouTube short or the reel that I put on TikTok, on Instagram, all over social media on ZSN, please go check it out. It's hilarious, but at the same time, it's every single feeling of what every single Laker fan is feeling in this game, in this team, in this Lakers organization when it comes all said and done. We need a center. We need a center. All right. It's 9 days left until the trade deadline for the Lakers to do something to improve this team when it comes to bringing in another center, whatever you need to do. I can't believe I'm going to say this. Give up the 2 first-round picks to get a second, or like or package a big deal or something to just get a center. I mean, it's getting ridiculous at this point. The Lakers face the 76ers tonight, an injured 76ers team. No Joel Embiid, no Andre Drummond. I mean, there's just piling on of injuries to the 76ers team to the point that they're not even contenders. I mean, before the season ever started, they were in the conversation for championship run against the Celtics, and to the point that they are a team to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference. And now with the basically the 76ers are basically tanking at this point. 16 wins now with tonight's win, the 17 wins into the season. Still not the best in the Eastern Conference, and yet the Lakers lose to a team like that. Now, first things first, prayers up for Anthony Davis. All right, the guy got injured in tonight's game in the first quarter, and it just was, you know, and obviously, he's dealing with what the reports are saying, he's dealing with an abdominal, excuse me, abdominal uh, injury to in this game that he suffered tonight. So obviously, it's going to remains to be seen how long he'll be out for. But with my rant of what I've been explaining, the Lakers will not have a center. They won't have Anthony Davis for at least a couple of days. I mean, he's dealing with that injury. He was out the game due to that. So the Lakers defense got exposed. No bigs were able to step up in this game. And the only bigs we had were Christian Coloco, who was not made a huge impact on this team since we signed him in the off season. So, it was that sort of issue. And then we signed, this other guy who I think didn't even play tonight. So, from the G League. And that's it. And I guess the only center that can play the center position is either LeBron James or Rui Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt. But those guys are only power forward / small forward players. They're not pure centers. So the fact that, guys, I mean, I just at this point, I'm calling out Rob Pelinka to make a trade already. All right. I'm tired of losing games, winnable ones. This is the month of January where the Lakers should stack up more wins as ever, because February and March is going to be brutal scheduling for the Lakers, especially in the month of March, because of the rescheduling, because of the LA fires. And, Lakers are going to be in a back-to-back games with, I believe, in March with the Milwaukee Bucks on the road, then the Denver Nuggets on the road in the back-to-back. So that right there alone, with no centers and no improving the team, if Rob Pelinka doesn't do it, there's no chance the Lakers will be competitive in the Western Conference in a playoff run type of situation. So, I mean, it's just getting ridiculous. And guys, go check out that reel. Go check out that YouTube Shorts of Queso, basically putting out all the emotions of what every single Laker fan is feeling. He basically took out every single emotion that I was feeling in that this game tonight against the 76ers. I was just angry, and calling out every single word in the book because of just how bad the Lakers played against a beaten, less players, whatever you want to call it, the 76ers. So, this was just a missed opportunity tonight, the Lakers to beat the 76ers, an injured 76ers team. And Tyrese Maxey, I mean, the guy is just something special. I mean, he's just dominated the Lakers tonight with 43 points tonight. So, and it was just poor performance by the Lakers defensively. And for obvious reasons, no Anthony Davis due to injuries, and just the players all around weren't stepping up. They just basically gave up. And it kind of reminded me of the Dallas Mavericks game a couple of weeks ago. When we were on the road, we were in Texas, we were facing the Dallas Mavericks, and of course the Houston Rockets in that particular road trip. So, and we lost both of them. So, and I think, with the Dallas Mavericks game, the same scenario with the 76ers. No top stars were playing. They were only playing rotational players, and players just, doing their best to win games because due to the circumstances of just not having their top stars. And that was basically what we saw tonight from the 76ers. No Joel Embiid, no Paul George, and all that. I mean, this was a perfect opportunity for the 76ers to go and just ball out against the Lakers. And that's what they did tonight. And they beat the Los Angeles Lakers tonight in brutal fashion after Anthony Davis went down with that injury of his. So it was just bad. It was bad all around. And KJ23, welcome back to the live stream. Really appreciate you joining. Might be the worst loss of the season. Yeah, you can add that. You can add that for sure. There's plethora of a lot of blowout games and worst game scenarios that I can obviously bring up, but this one takes the cake for sure. It's one of the conversations of one of the worst losses of the season for the Lakers, without a doubt. But I guess this one is not like to the extent of what we've seen from the Lakers from the past of losing against worse losses in the NBA type of scenarios. But when it comes all said and done, guys, I mean, with Anthony Davis going down with an injury, it just kind of showed you that the Lakers were going to lose this game. They weren't going to step up. They weren't going to show up in that particular game scenario. So it was bad. It was bad all around when it came down to it. And it was bad. Bad. Worst loss of the season. I absolutely agree with you on that, KJ23. Definitely top three. I agree with you on that. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks game is one of the worst losses for sure of the Lakers season. This one for sure. I'm trying to think about some others because there were some others. Oh, the Spurs game, in LA. That was one of the worst losses of the Lakers season, where due to the LA fires, they were basically not playing basketball for the past almost like 4 days due to the LA fires. So, and scheduling needs to be rescheduling happened and all that. So that right there takes the cake for sure. And I just saw your comment right there, KJ23. The Miami Heat 2 months ago, I believe, was that 2 months ago, like in November, where the Lakers obviously lost to the Heat for sure. Was it at home? Was it at home or was it in Miami? I might be mistaken, but yeah, that was a loss for sure. Yeah, if you want to, I'm seeing you're on it. You're on it, KJ23. Yeah, number one for sure is the Miami Heat game. 76ers number two. I can go either way with the Mavs on this one for sure. But I won't disagree with you on that for sure. It is one of the top worst losses for sure for the Lakers. Then the Mavs, the Spurs. I knew the Spurs was one of them for sure. If anything, the Spurs really hurts the most because They are honestly one of the worst, not the worst teams, but like a team that is beatable for the Lakers to achieve. I mean, they're kind of remind me of the Golden State Warriors, of how the Lakers beat them. So there's been times the Lakers did beat the Spurs, multiple times this season in close game scenarios. And this one in particular was so close, well, not really that close. No, actually, it wasn't. The Lakers were struggling in that game for sure, especially when it came to the fourth quarter, I believe. But yeah, this one for sure takes the cake. If you want to rank one of the top three, yeah, I mean, I agree with this list. Absolutely, good job, KJ23 for putting that out. Yeah, it was a. Oh, so the Miami Heat was an away game. I mean, kind of understandable. The Lakers haven't been playing that well on the road either. So this was honestly one of the worst. You know, Worst losses so far on the road for the Lakers when it comes down to it. The Spurs one really hurts me because it was a home game for the Lakers, so that's a missed opportunity there. But the Mavs for sure, it was one of those type of situations where Lakers could have beat them. No Kyrie Irving, no Luca. I mean, you basically had a depleted similar roster to what the 76ers had. So this was a missed opportunity. And you had Anthony Davis, I believe. Was Anthony Davis playing that game? I believe he was. So this was just another opportunity missed for the Lakers for sure. You had Anthony Davis, and yet you lost to a depleted Miami Heat game. Sorry, the Dallas Mavericks game. So you had that, and then the Spurs still, and the 76ers, and the Miami Heat. I agree with your list. Thank you, Casey, KJ23 for your for putting out there the facts, which I absolutely agree with this list. I would probably just flip the Mavericks and the Sixers, but either way, I agree with your list for sure. It was horrible. Absolutely, it was. And the Lakers are the most confusing team in the NBA. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just every single game, you just don't know what the Lakers will be. Will they win? Will they lose? It's just that type of feeling. And every single game, I have that feeling every single game. And just the Charlotte Hornets game alone last night, you would think the Lakers will beat them in a blowout. No, they struggled in that game. And yet at the end, it's a win is a win, but they struggled in that game. I mean, you just don't know what to feel when you go into these matchups every single game for the Lakers because you don't know what they will be. You know, will they play defense? Will they show up? Will certain players show up? It's just and no Jared Vanderbilt tonight. I mean, and I can understand why they didn't play him tonight. It's because we don't want to put too much pressure on a guy who hasn't played in a year, or basically was recovering for a year, last season. So, and he only played for like what 11 games. So that tells you right there that this was a situation where I kind of understand why the Lakers did not play him tonight, and rightfully so. We need him to be healthy, and now with Anthony Davis being out, you need him to step up for sure moving forward because it sort of remains to be seen how long would Anthony Davis be out for. Because I'm not sure yet. I haven't got any notifications yet. It could be a day to day. It could be a week. We just have to wait on the reports of when he will return because it's a abdominal injury. So it is something that has to be you know be for sure if it's a serious injury or will he be a day to day type of situation. So and guys, kudos to Anthony Davis. Kudos to Anthony Davis. He only missed 3 games so far this season. I mean, think about that. I mean, this guy has been playing through injuries. He's still dealing with a plantar fascia injury that he's dealing with, that he has to has to do surgery on, and yet he's playing through that and still putting up 20 to 30-point game performances, 12 to 15 rebounds, 20 rebounds a game. I mean, this guy is just MVP caliber. And the fact that it took him this long to get an injury, I mean, it sucks. But at the same time, guys, kudos for Anthony Davis for just playing through injuries the way that he is, and still, yelling to the Lakers management, Rob Pelinka, to get him some help. And we feel you. We feel you, Anthony Davis. We hopefully hope that the Lakers will get a center, and maybe things start to change moving forward after Anthony Davis's injury. Without a doubt. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the Lakers will get a center for sure. There's no doubt about it. And my hope is that they will find one very, very soon. So we have 9 days for the trade deadline to end for the Lakers to make something happen. So hopefully they make something happen. And if that means they have to give up their 2 first-round picks to make it happen, then that's the reality. That's the reality because Rui, Gabe's contract. I'm talking about Ruiz and Gabe's contract to make something match to get maybe like a Miles Turner, which I think should be a number one option for most people. So if you get that guy, you should for sure will obviously get help coming your way for not just Anthony Davis, but now with Anthony Davis injured, Miles Turner will for sure fill the void of what Anthony Davis brings to the table defensively and offensively as well, and on occasion can shoot threes here and there. So without a doubt, I mean, Miles Turner is on top of that list for me. And you can check the Chicago Bulls with Nikola Vucevic. That could be another guy, but I can understand his age plays a big role. And sure, he's shooting well this season, but you never know. I mean, that could decline after he goes to a different team. So, and he's 34 years old. But offensively, he's a juggernaut. I mean, the guy can give you 17 to 18 points per game offensively, but defense is what his flaw is, and that's not what the Lakers are looking for. We're looking for defensive type players. So, for sure. So, yeah, but they are a confusing team. I absolutely agree with you on that. KJ23. Let's see here from Ghetto Rabbit. Welcome to the live stream. Giving up 48 points in the second quarter was ridiculous. That's half a game worth of scoring. Yeah, and if you haven't yet, go check out my reel and my YouTube shorts. Just check out all my social media sites. I basically put out all the emotion of what Laker fans are feeling of this Lakers team. Rob Pelinka. It's a queso. That's why you see me wearing this. We're putting a hoodie on. It's because I'm a big fan of queso and his skits and all that. I mean, he's just hilarious, and he basically put out all the emotions what every single Laker fan is feeling from this team, from this Lakers organization, Rob Pelinka, and it's just festering into Laker fans, Lakers Nation, and it's just getting ridiculous at this point of how Lakers haven't found a center yet, and Anthony Davis has made it public. Even did an interview with Shams Charania to put it through Lakers management, Rob Pelinka's mind that we need a center. We need a center. He needs help at the center position. So, it's just at this point, I am just hopefully hopeful that the Lakers will make a trade for a center, hopefully a good center, not just or just a solid center. All right. Nick Richards esque type of player. I mean, I know he's not with the Charlotte Hornets anymore. He got traded to the Suns. So you missed the ball on that one, Rob. But, if anything, find a solid backup like him or somebody that can be like a Dwight Howard type of player in 2020 that can help out Anthony Davis, go for it. I mean, just go for it. I mean, do something because we need a center. And Christian Coloco and Jackson Hayes is not cutting it. They're not cutting it. Once Anthony Davis left the floor, our defense got exposed. And it's been exposed for almost a year now. All right. He has to make something happen without a doubt. And it's totally unacceptable for the Lakers to lose in that type of manner, giving up so many points in this game. Was it 48? I mean, I know in the end of the second quarter, the 76ers had 73 points and the Lakers had 51 or 54 or something like that to end the game or something. So in the second quarter. So but yeah, 48 points. They gave us so many points in this game, without a doubt. I mean, I agree with you on that. Uh, and let's see here from KJ23. Uh, the Mavs game should have been a win by the Lakers by 20. Yeah, I mean, they just should have annihilated them. They should have annihilated them, but for some reason they exposed themselves because they thought it was going to be an easy run, and they just unfortunately just underestimated a team that basically exposed the Lakers' defense, and even that's even with Anthony Davis on the floor, which just kind of tells you that the lack of. And I think was Dorian Finney-Smith on that team? I might be mistaken. Was he on that team by then? I might be mistaken. You guys will tell me in the comment section. I think you will tell me, KJ23. But I believe he was. I believe he was, because I'm trying to think, was he on that team? I might be mistaken, but yeah, I mean, it was a missed opportunity for the Lakers to not get that win against the Mavs when they were on the road. At least the Houston Rockets game, it was so close that the Lakers could have beaten the Houston Rockets. They just should have played better offensively, played better defensively with the lack of bigs that were on the Lakers, and just couldn't contain Steven Adams. So, without a doubt, I mean, it was a situation that just really gotten away from them. And those are the type of games that the Lakers have to win, and they just keep losing to them with the lack of not having bigs. So that's the flaw of the Lakers. I think he is top five candidate for MVP. Yeah, I agree. Anthony Davis, he's playing MVP caliber year, and he's playing through injuries because of that. And it just kind of tells you that that he has been nothing but sensational to have on this Lakers team. And he is our defense. He is our defense. He is our. Every time he steps on the floor, the Lakers completely collapse, and it shows. Even against the Charlotte Hornets game last night, when the Lakers had Anthony Davis sit out for a lengthy period, I believe like he sat out for almost like 12 minutes. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but maybe like 8 minutes, something like that. And you can tell the Lakers really depleted in the second quarter and then the third quarter scenario. But the fourth quarter was what really hurt me the most, and most Laker fans, was that the Lakers at one point were, it was like 3-4 minutes into the game, and the Lakers basically were up by 8, and then he lost the lead, and they were just up by 3 points, which was like a scarce moment where I was like, oh my God, we're going to lose to the Charlotte Hornets. I mean, that's the type of scenario where I was like, we need Anthony Davis's back. We need him to come back on the floor because we need his defense. We need him to protect the rim, be a presence on the court. So, and once he did, he basically took off and scored 42 points, 43 points in that game with 23 rebounds out there tonight. So that just tells you he makes a whole bit of difference when he's on the floor. And there's no doubt about it. He has to be in the conversations for MVP. But, with the Lakers losing games and him being in those games, and it's not his fault because the lack of help that he's not receiving from the center position, from the big position. So, it kind of hurts his running for MVP, but he's for sure top 5 MVP this season, without a doubt. I agree with you on that. Let's see here, KJ23, Miles Turner or Walker Kessler are good centers that could possibly be on the Lakers. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I really think those two guys could be a Laker for sure. It just sort of depends on the teams. There's no doubt that they're going to fleece the Lakers of their assets. All right. when you think about the Lakers' 2 first-round picks. They have 2 second-round picks still remaining. They still have some assets when it comes to second-round pick selections. And Walker Kessler alone, you can just trade or match contracts with Jalen Hood Shafino's contract with Walker Kessler and just throw in maybe a first-round pick and maybe 2 second-round picks, and you can make that trade happen. But the Utah Jazz are being so stingy. They're being so fleecy with the Lakers and just wanting every single asset out of them. And they're even putting it out there that they don't want to trade Walker Kessler. They're making all the teams known that they don't want to trade Walker Kessler. But they're saying, hey, but if you give us an offer we can't refuse, we will trade him. And basically what they're doing is what they're doing with the Lakers, with every single team. We want 2 first-round picks, and you can have them. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, okay? If you give me some future assets in that, like maybe a pick swap or something, I mean, maybe. But at this point, you're just not, or unprotected or something. Sure, why not? But still, it's just it's going to be a long shot with Walker Kessler, and due to the reports from Mark Stein I've been hearing, Lakers are basically out of the running for him, and most teams are doing the same because the Utah Jazz are not being really serious or what's the word for it? The word just escaped me at the moment, but they're not playing. They're not playing in good faith when it comes to every single team and the Lakers. So, and they don't want to trade Walker Kessler anyway. So they're just being very fleecy. Fleecy. That's what I personally put it when it comes to the Utah Jazz. But Miles Turner is not out of the question. But the Indiana Pacers, again, we have a history with them when it comes to trying to make trades, and they even called the NBA for us tampering with Paul George at the time. And you all remember back in 2017 when the Lakers wanted to trade for Paul George at the time, and they just completely tattled on us, tattled on Magic Johnson, and it was just a horrible type of moment from the Indiana Pacers, you know, type of situation, and it just wasn't going to work out. And they were fleecing the Lakers for sure when it comes to assets for Paul George. I mean, I can understand at the time for Anthony Davis in 2019. I mean, sure, you give up the whole farm for Anthony Davis, and guess what? He won you a championship, and he's giving you MVP caliber performance every single season. So that alone, that trade for Anthony Davis at the time was the right move by the Lakers. All right. You give up all your assets because he is part of your future and he will be moving forward. So that right there alone tells you that they were the right move there. But when it came to Paul George, I think they were fleecing the Lakers without a doubt. And then they just once Magic Johnson, and he forgot that he was being the president of basketball operations and not the social media. Lakers love Anthony, Magic Johnson, and he just basically mentioned the name Paul George, and it's just like, you tampered. Don't forget you're president of basketball operations. So it was like, yeah, you put it right there on a nail there. Get a rabbit. Indiana snitches. Yeah, they were. I mean, they snitched on us big time, and we had to pay a fine, and we basically forgot all about the trade for Paul George, and history is history. So, without a doubt. But yeah, I mean, Miles Turner. I mean, this time around, I mean, you can package a deal and get him. I mean, just throw in Rui Hachimura. You can throw in maybe Jalen Hood Shafino, first-round pick and 2 second-round picks. You can pull it off. I mean, if they're gonna tell the Lakers, hey, throw in 2 first-round picks for him, I'm still gonna be hesitant of that. But at this point, you need a center. You need a center. So it's like, what do you have to do what do you have to do? I mean, you have to just give up all of your assets just to get Miles Turner. And I believe Anthony Davis will love to have him because he will be a great fit next to him. And they have a similar skill sets, so it's like, hey, why not go after a guy like Miles Turner or Walker Kessler? If anything, Walker Kessler will be part of your future. I mean, he's only 24 years old, so it's like, hey, he can be with you for the next 5 to 7 years. So by the time we reach 2030 or 2031, it's just a matter of time until maybe the Lakers will gain some more assets and maybe some opportunities to bring in some players in free agency and all that. And maybe Anthony Davis will, maybe by the time he will be with the Lakers, he will possibly be almost at the end of his career, maybe. I mean, I'm trying to think. He's 31 right now, 7 years. He'll be 38, 37, something like that. So, you never know. Maybe he'll play by the time then, but, sort of remains to be seen by the time we reach that particular point. But Walker Kessler, part of your future. Miles Turner, he's just a temporarily, fix for you for like 2, 3, 4 years. Because he's like what, 33, 34 too, or I might be mistaken with his age, but he's up there in age for sure. So you don't have to really give up all your first round picks to get him. But, you know, Indiana and most teams, the Lakers are in need of a center. It just sort of remains to be seen what the teams will do to the Lakers when it comes to the trade deadline. So my hope is that Lakers will pull off something, hopefully, for a center. Let's see. Let's read some more here. I really wanted to get into the stats, but at this point, I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I mean, just a quick sum up. All right. Uh, LeBron James did his best, 31 points. And then when it came to the rest of the Lakers, I forgot who had 24 points. I believe it was Dalton Connect. He had a great shooting night coming off the bench, but it just wasn't enough. So that's the rundown. And lack of defense, fouls were committed, turnovers. I mean, just the second quarter alone, the Lakers had 11 turnovers. So that tells you right there that they were playing sloppy basketball and just their defense were exposed after Anthony Davis got injured. So that's the sum up. And I basically said it in this live stream. So there's no need to get into the team stats of tonight's game. And I think the Lakers shot 31% from the three. So, and it was all from Dalton Connect's shooting, and he scored 24 points. I think he went 5 of 8 from the three. So, and that was just basically during garbage time, and Lakers were not going to come back from that from this loss anyway. So it was just not going to work out. Regardless of how things turned out and players stepping up. It just, they already exposed themselves way before when Anthony Davis got injured. So that's my sum up. So yeah, let's read some more comments for this live stream. Let's see here from Ghetto Rabbit. Yeah, 48-32 in the second quarter. We scored two, but played zero defense. Yeah, I mean, it was just all around, just completely. Are you talking about the Charlotte Hornets game, or are you talking about this game? Because it was kind of a similar situation. Lakers were, leading, or no, they weren't leading at all. My fault. Let me take that back. I think you were probably talking about the 76ers game. So it was, they were scoring, but they just weren't making stoppage, and they just really exposed themselves defensively. And yeah, so you meant this game. My fault. Thank you for correcting me. So yeah, it was a really bad turn of events in the second quarter where they tied in the first, but after Anthony Davis went down with that injury, their defense got exposed. And they just completely went downhill after that. No defensive play. And every time the Lakers scored, the other team scored. I mean, that was just because of the lack of defense. So it was bad. It was bad all around by this Lakers team. They couldn't recover after that. Adam Hurley, welcome to the live stream. Hope I hope JJ didn't ruin Bronny's career putting him on in the 6-5. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what was he thinking. I mean, what was the point of putting Bronny in the game? Did you guys really think that Bronny will make a difference? I mean, he only had some two good games in the G League. G League, all right? This is not official that he's putting up 30-point game performances. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's all what he really had. Some two good games in the G League, and it's just like, oh wow, that's mean he's going to be a really good backup guy for Gabe Vincent. If anything, you should have had, you know, Shake Milton, who has some NBA experience, even though he's not cutting it as the third string. And, with Gabe being out, he's not cutting it. And if anything, speaking of cuts, there's nothing wrong with them cutting him either. I mean, he's on a non-guaranteed contract. So the Lakers will not lose anything by cutting this guy. So maybe cut him and find somebody at the buyout market and find a solid backup. Solid backup to either potentially for the new point guard that it will make when it comes to trade deadline, maybe. But if anything, just somebody that will be a solid, third option, or when I mean by third option, I mean like a third string point guard. So I don't know, but Bronny in the game, no need whatsoever. No need whatsoever. I think that really fell apart after that. When he was in the game, things really went wrong completely right away. I mean, I can understand giving the guy opportunities, but it's just like not in this game where you should obviously have some easy winnable games, especially in the month of January, where things are going to get pretty difficult in the February and March schedules. So, bad decision by JJ for sure. All right, read some more here from Adam Hurley. We need a center that can replace AD when he's injured. To me, that's Valanciunas. Scores and rebounds a lot and is a better defender than the Lakers fans think. I can agree with you on that. The Lakers do need a center. They need somebody that will be a big replacement when Anthony Davis is sitting out or dealing with injuries. So, without a doubt, I mean, I agree we need a center. But Jonas Valanciunas is a guy that lately I have not been a big fan of, and the fact that you had to maybe give up Gabe Vincent, who's been pretty solid for you for the past couple of months now. So it's just like, and we do need a point guard. So you basically trading Gabe Vincent for its 2 second-round picks would obviously diminish completely your point guard position, especially for your second unit. That's if the Lakers will waive Shake Milton and somehow go after, a point guard backup at the buyout market. So that could be another solution there. So you won't really get hurt of losing Gabe Vincent, but that trade alone, matching the contracts there, you can make that happen for sure. So, but I mean, that's like kind of plan B for the Lakers. I mean, he's always been number one guy since I've been reporting on it, and all of the Laker fans and every sports outlet were reporting on it, that Jonas Valanciunas is the top on the Lakers list. But at this point, Miles Turner, he's a better choice in my opinion. Walker Kessler is a better choice in my opinion. Nikola Vucevic, even though the Lakers are not showing interest in him anymore, offensively, he's can bring a lot to the table for you when it comes to scoring wise. Defensively, that's where things kind of lack for him. But Jonas Valanciunas, he can be a solid guy for you. He can give you 10 points per game. Defense for sure will help the Lakers. but and rebounding for sure. Um, but yeah, I won't rule out. I won't rule it out for sure. I mean, Jonas Valanciunas is an option for sure. So it's him, Miles Turner, Walker Kessler. I hope the Lakers will revisit the Nikola Vucevic trade, possibly with the Chicago Bulls. You can make that happen. I mean, just make the contracts match and throw in Rui Hachimura and I think maybe Gabe Vincent. Maybe I might be mistaken, but uh, I don't know. It just sort of depends on what the Lakers will do to get a guy like that. But we just have to wait and see. But I'm not ruling that out. Good question. Good question, Adam Hurley. Also from Adam Hurley. uh, let's see here. Bronny didn't play the second quarter when he got whipped. Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, he when it came to him not playing for sure. I mean, not playing him in the second quarter for sure. It was because of the bad plays that he was putting out there and just having a guy that's still learning the ropes in the NBA kind of tells you that things were not going according to plan in this game. And once Anthony Davis went down, you needed a guy with NBA experience to play in that position. And it kind of sucks that Max Christie didn't had a good game out there tonight. You know, also, so that kind of hurt the Lakers' point guard position defensively. So it was just bad all around when it came to the Lakers and that particular position. Defense for sure, lack of size, lack of bigs, Anthony Davis being out, but the point guard position was also lacking for the Lakers for sure. That's why they need to find a point guard as well, either a trade or maybe at the buyout market. You know, you can waive Shake Milton. It won't cost you anything. He's on a non-guarantee for the next 2 years. So without a doubt, I mean, this is will be an option for the Lakers. So hopefully they make one soon when it comes to the point guard. But number one option is the center position. Also from Adam Hurley, Bronny sucked in the first, helped get us the game closer in the fourth. He was playing good defensively in the fourth. Yeah, so, I mean, there's some traits that he does have, and he even mentioned it, that he wants to be a defensive guard. And, he wants to, I think he said he wants his game to be like Drew Holiday's. I might be mistaken. So, I mean, he even mentioned it that he wants to be a good defensive player, and he kind of showed it in the fourth. I mean, let's not deny it, but still, I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to the game because how bad it was. But give credit where credit is due. I mean, Bronny James did play well in the fourth. I agree with you on that, but the first quarter was what really hurt the Lakers still. But he redeemed himself defensively and kind of cut the lead a bit, but from the 76ers side of things, but still it was a blowout, regardless of that. So it was just unfortunate. It really was. Well, hopefully he continues to improve. And the G League is doing wonders for him. So hopefully he stays there for a long period and just continues to develop, especially defensively, because he will be a good asset to the team or any team really when it comes to having a point guard that can play defense for you. So like a Marcus Smart, a Drew Holiday type of player, Alex Caruso type of player. So and even Lonzo Ball, he's a good defensive player too. So, but yeah, for sure. I mean, he is on that list for sure. So, but yeah, guys. I mean, thank you all so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I had a hoodie moment, having my queso moment. So, if you guys haven't checked, go check out the reel and the YouTube Shorts and Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I just put up a short 12-second video of Queso giving his reaction of what Laker fans were feeling in this game against the 76ers. He just basically took out all the words and all the emotions out of me in that particular skit that he made. So, guys, go check it out. It's hilarious because it gives the same emotions of what I felt in this live stream and most of you guys in the comment section. and it's just made it into a comedy. So if you guys want to have a laugh, go check out that that YouTube Shorts and or TikTok at ZSN. The links will be in the description of this live stream. So if you guys want to go, just go to the description. It's down there for you, to my links to my social media sites. Please like me on social media, Facebook, follow me on Instagram and X, and of course, follow me on TikTok as well. So I'm also on Threads as well. But I'm not really active on there, but I have to be. I really have to, because you know, I have a following there too. So it's just, you know, just have to do that. So for sure. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. We ranted. I ranted for sure. We had some really good conversations, some laughs, some great ideas when it comes to trades that the Lakers can make when it comes to center position. Same old talking points, but these the same talking points that just needs to happen now, and it has to happen. And Rob Pelinka needs to pull that trigger on that. He has to. I mean, with any means necessary. You know, just some great comments here. Thank you, KJ23, for your comments. Ghetto Rabbit as well. And also from Adam Hurley. Really appreciate your guys' comments and thoughts about this embarrassing loss tonight by the Los Angeles Lakers against the 76ers, 118-104. Fortunately, prayers up for Anthony Davis, guys. He's dealing with an injury that he suffered in the, I believe, first quarter. So hopefully a speedy recovery. Hopefully it's not anything too serious that will keep him out for a lengthy period, because without Anthony Davis, the Lakers will lose games for sure. And the Lakers will face the Washington Wizards, I believe, in the next couple of days. So no Anthony Davis. Can the Lakers pull off a win against one of the worst teams in the NBA, in the Washington Wizards? It's possible. It's plausible. But just like what KJ23 puts it, I mean, you just don't know what this Lakers team is. They'll have, you will just, every single matchup, you're on the edge of your seats because you don't know how this Lakers team is. So, and now with Anthony Davis being out, for sure you will know what this Lakers team is. So it's just up in the air at this point what the Lakers will be. So we just have to wait and see. We have to wait and see. So once again, thank you, KJ23, Ghetto Rabbit, and Adam Hurley for you guys' comments and thoughts on here. And I really appreciate all the love, support you guys have shown me all across social media, and of course on this channel, ZSN on YouTube. Please go check out that reel, that YouTube Shorts that I just put up. It is and share it all over social media. It's hilarious. I love it, and it has a Lakers theme to it, but at the same time, if you want to have a laugh after this loss, horrible, embarrassing loss, go watch it and have a laugh here and there. So, once again, I want to thank every single one of you for joining me on this live stream. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know of when I go live and when I upload videos on YouTube and YouTube Shorts as well, and other reels all over social media. So follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. The links will be in the description of this live stream, so you guys check me out on social media. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.